We're back, guys. Stocks and Logan, and we're going to break down the rest of our power rankings. We talked a little bit about the Panthers owner and kind of the things going on in the league, and I wanted to kind of break up the power rankings if we could real quick, Stocks, and talk about what this league really means, because we got some new owners in here. For whatever reason, I mean, the Ravens guy had to leave. The Falcons guy, he had personal problems. I really think it has to do with Matt Ryan was out for 5 weeks, but don't quote me. So he left. I mean, the Broncos are open. I mean, and the 49ers are open, but we got a new Broncos owner. We got a new 49ers owner. And the rumor is that we got a new Falcons owner as well. And we're just waiting on to fill the Ravens. So, with all these new guys coming in, you know, some of them don't even know how to work the forms yet. I mean, I'm sure they'll figure it out. They might come on to our show. So what kind of advice can we give these guys, or what kind of things? I mean, what do you think of when you think of gridiron gamers?
Oh, well, yeah, it goes way back, man. It goes from when I first stepped foot in this league. I've learned from a bunch of old guys.
Yep.
You know, and just seeing how a league was supposed to be versus just going online and just playing play now. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
There's genuine respect towards the other person you're playing.
Yeah.
And just the camaraderie of being on these chat forums every day and, you know, talking with guys and trading and doing this and that. And it's a respect that even if you win or lose, it's a game and it's meant to be for fun, and you know that's basically what it comes down to. Make sure you have fun and respect the other owner no matter what, and that's it. It's kind of simple. It's not rocket science.
You're a very old school guy. You know, Stocks is a guy like me. He's gonna tell you how it is. It's not very hard. He's not gonna, you know, razzle dazzle you with any kind of, you know, fancy limbo. That's what it is. It's to respect your opponent. And you know, me and Stocks have got close slowly. It's been a slow build for me and Stocks. We started out together. Then we started talking on a chat board more, and then we started doing the show. And you know, I'm impressed with this guy because he really knows what he's doing when it comes to managing, and I like how you function, man.
Thanks, buddy.
You have the right philosophy, and I'll tell you, I don't know if you remember, but when I first joined, it was the Panthers owner. I don't remember his name. It was way back in the day, just off the history book. But that guy told me, he's like, you know, this league, he's like, people try to make games too hard. They try to do too many things, you know. That's where the no sim comes from. Why do people want to beat the game? You know, they want to play a game within a game, you know. I don't get it. It's real simple. Just play football how it was meant to be played.
The whole aspect is we need old timers to pass on to an Alex, you know, and show him the ropes. Because, you know, we need players like that, and the younger kids that don't know what a true style of Madden online league is like.
Yeah, we got some young guys. I know that the Tennessee guy is young, so hopefully he can pick up something from this league. Because I'll tell you what, if Stocks wanted to cheat, if he wanted to go non-sim, he could do it. He don't want to, but he could do it. It's not that hard. Everyone think, you know, I hate those people who think they're geniuses because they can beat you. It's not about the record to me, man. It's about playing. Yeah. It's about playing fair, respecting your opponent. That's how these things happen, man. I mean, me and Stocks, we went way back in the division. We had like this. I wouldn't even say it was a rivalry. We just had this like common respect for each other. And
we had battles. We had battles when you had the
Falcons.
You know, the Falcons. You know.
Yeah, it's those battles that make this. This is gonna sound way cheesy, and you guys can rip me for it all week if you want. But that's what makes this league feel like a real NFL league. A real. It goes beyond the game of Madden and becomes more football to me when I play in leagues like this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because when we had 12 guys, I remember going up against you twice a year
Yep.
And it was AP against your revamped Atlanta Falcon defensive line.
Yeah, I had Jim McCoy.
Yep.
I had Kevin Williams.
Yep.
I had two bookend defensive ends. I can't think of their name right now, but they were good defensive ends. So basically, the Lions defense. I mean, the philosophy that the Lions use. That's not just because I'm a Lions fan. I really believe in that philosophy, and that's what I carried over to that league. So anyone who doesn't know, it's basically I had the Lions D line against Adrian Peterson, and he had to figure it out. Stocks had to figure it out.
Exactly.
It made it feel like real football, didn't it? This league makes me feel like I'm playing in a real football league.
Well, yeah, with league management this year and the contracts, and it's not fantasy. Yeah, because you're making your own trade with your team.
And I'm gonna get a little personal now, Stocks. I'm in a wheelchair. You guys know that. I can't play physical sports like some of you could. So these kind of video games are kind of my way to show my competitiveness. Because if I go out in the streets and try to play a game of basketball, even though I got a nice shot, or even if I can throw a perfect, spiral like Jay Cutler, when I'm in front of that video game, people don't know if I'm in a wheelchair or not. They treat me like a competitor. When I go out in society, they're so afraid to, hurt my feelings, all these kind of things. So when I found this league, it was a blessing. So that's what it is. I don't want people to take it easy on me, but sometimes I have to mask that with video games so people will play me straight up. And, it doesn't, until you're in the situation, you don't realize it, but really people do that to me. So this league is kind of my competitive release.
Oh, yeah, we don't even look at it like any of those aspects because we know what Logan's about and where you've been. So
man,
the older guys that have been in this league,
right,
know that just because Logan's record's not what he wants it is.
Yeah.
You can't see what he's doing and what he's done in 11. The younger kids don't know that in 11 he was building defensive lines to stop AP. You know what I mean? He was doing everything in the draft.
That team was horrible.
So
that team was horrid, man. But no, I mean, I don't want to sound cheesy, but this kind of is my competitive, think about it, man. You go to work every day. What do you say? You're a mailman, right? You're not a professional football player. But when you're in that gridiron gamers, you respect that kind of competitive nature, man. And
definitely.
I know that's why some of the stuff got set on the boards, because we're competitive. I get it, He says this, it gets this competitiveness, and sometimes, it boils over. And I understand that to a point, but just respect each other. That's all I got to say.
Sounds good, brother.
And I know we ran a little long on that, but I really wanted to tell people what this league was about with the new kids.
No, that's good, man. That's good. That's what it's all about, man. This is what it's about right here.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. It's just this league is not a video game. This league is kind of our own community where we go to get away from real life, to get away from paying bills, to
Exactly.
It's not real life. I know that. I mean, that's why I use it as a release from real life. So obviously, if something comes up in real life, I'll bail out of this league quicker than a topless girl on a topless beach. But I mean, if I can stay in here and make it work, then this is the place I want to go to war at, kind of thing. Let's go back to the power rankings and have some more fun now that we kind of broke it down with more seriousness.
All right, so 6 through 10 next.
Yep, 6 through 10.
All right, my number 6 would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 7, I'm going to give a bump to the Carolina Panthers. Number 8, going with the Minnesota Vikings. Number 9 would be Seattle Seahawks. And number 10, I got 2 teams at number 10 because I just can't distinguish either of them. Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys are locked at the number 10. I just can't give either one to the number 10 spot, so they get number 10 together.
We agree, man. We agree.
Mm-hmm. The reason why I bumped up the Panthers is I like his passing game.
Yeah.
His 2 sims is not his fault.
No.
I believe he can beat me. I really do. If he gets into playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes out takes the whole team, just takes everybody apart.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings, he's a long-time oldie. We know him. He knows how to play the sticks. You could give him the Buffalo Bills, and he'll make a run with that team.
He really would.
The Vikings are always dangerous. The Seahawks, I'm not too familiar with them. I would like to give them a bump. I made a trade with them. I made the Mike Williams, Robert Meacham, and second-round pick.
Yeah.
And I've been catching up with him, and then checking on my piece, how he's doing, how Meacham's doing. He likes him a lot. He says he missed Mike Williams, but he likes Meacham's speed. So I'm not too sure about the Seahawks, where if I could give him a bump. I look at his stats. He's got kind of a low stats. He's only passed for less than 1,000 yards, right around 1,000 yards, and he's got a 500-yard rusher. So the record's great. Don't get me wrong. It's just long term, is he going to be able to hold up? And then Cincinnati and Dallas.
Yeah. You could talk about that for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we could. They're both they got 4-2 on this. I don't know what they've done this week. Isn't
it funny that we talked about this a few weeks ago? The Cowboys is ready to quit, man.
I know.
There was rumors he was bailing on, DeMarcus Ware. There was rumors he was bailing on Tony Romo. He was getting rid of Mike Jenkins. He was, I heard so many rumors. I don't know what was true, what wasn't. It sounded like a, episode of Entertainment Tonight or something.
Yeah, and the team, he's beaten in week 6. He beat the Patriots.
Yep.
38-35, so that's a nice close win. Week 1, he was in contention with the Jets. He played you, and he pretty much controlled the game against you.
He was the only guy that controlled the game against me.
Uh-huh.
I will say that. I've lost a lot of games, but I was not controlled in the fast. I was not controlled like that until I played the Dallas Cowboys. He ran the ball down my throat, and even when I knew he was running, I couldn't stop. Felix Jones, he's dangerous. Playoff teams beware of Felix Jones if the Cowboys gets into the playoffs.
So if Dallas is a top 10 team, then why was he at that point of not wanting to continue?
I think he played some tough opponents, and they got to him a little bit. Once he relaxed and realized he's got a good team, I think really he didn't think he was as good as he is. He wasn't giving himself enough credit. And close losses can really do it to you. I know that for a fact. I mean, Stocks has cheered me up on the bench a few times after some close losses. It really does affect your psyche a little bit. But I think the Dallas Cowboys are on the right roll.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, things don't get easier, though. In week 8 and 9, he plays week 8, he's got the Eagles, and then the Seahawks week 9.
Yeah,
so
he's got to win one of those games.
Yeah, you got to buckle your chin strap and go to work, man.
I mean, he'd like to win both of those games, but he's got to at least win one of those games, I think. Let's see. That was what I was going to talk about. Was your two number? Oh, we lost Stocks. Hold on, Stocks will be with us right about now. You with us, Stocks?
Yep.
See, I knew it. No, I was just saying how you said it before I could even say it, my man. The Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals are my thing, and I totally agree. They're so close. And like you said, the Eagles and playing the Seahawks for the Cowboys, those tough opponents. I know the Bengals. I think he's got not the Philadelphia. He's got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up. So they're both going to get tested, and I think they'll separate a little bit. One will go down, one will go up. But right now, I totally agree with them being so close. Let's see how we are for time. If we're good, I'll break down my teams, and then why don't we take a break right now, and I'll come back with my teams.